What's going on, guys? Welcome to another session with your boy Phrankleen. If you're watching this as a playback, this is a live stream session. Don't forget to like the video if you like what I'm about. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and select the all options so you can be updated when I have a pre-recorded content uploaded or when I'm on a live stream like this. So let's see who is online. All right. These segment is a story time. What's up, Yafoa? Israel, what's going on, people? Hit the like button, hit the like button. Smash that like button. What's up? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, man. So, for those of you that probably watched my live stream a couple of days ago, there were a mixed bag of reactions. If you're watching this as a playback, I will link that video somewhere, in the description area. So, anyways, these lady pushed me an email after watching that live stream, and she's got so much to talk about her personal relationship. So, which led to the topic today. All right. If you're watching me, please hit the like button. Hit the like button. It helps to gain traction. All right. So, yeah, I'm gonna crack on in a moment. The video from a few days ago was about I brought my husband to the UK and is refusing £500 a day. It was a live stream. I would try as much as possible not to stay too long on this live stream, okay? So the video can be a bit more compact for people to watch. So if you can hear me, you can see me, smash the like button, right? Anyway, this lady watched that live stream and she had a lot to talk about. She disagreed with some parts of what I said in the live stream. That's absolutely fine. But then she sent me like lengthy paragraphs and said her husband currently earns a lot less than her, and she's struggling to respect him and give him the respect as a man or treat him properly as the head of the home. And in fact, because she earns a lot more than him, she's not able to carry on and be emotionally bonded with him. And she claims that they've got two kids. And, it was quite long-wounded ranting and all that stuff. So she basically was connecting her story to my live stream from a couple of days ago. So she was banging on about, that woman made a mistake. I wanted you to go watch that if you've not watched it, by bringing a man from Africa and stuff like that. Oh, that the man was ungrateful, even though I said in the live stream that the brother was working as a banker before the woman met him. They were match made, by friends or people that knew both parties. And then she expressed interest in him as well, invited him to the UK. And then you were trying to impose a particular career path on the gentleman, which I condemned, and I gave my reasons and some of the problems that happen, within the immigrant community, people that work in maybe the business analysis or project management industry, as an example, right? So go watch that live stream if you haven't. So this lady said, because they started years ago, she loves him, blah blah blah. Said, but where she is, if you can see me, you can hear me, please hit the like button, all right? So, anyways, she was talking about Phrankleen. Over time, my husband has always been someone who he isn't much of an academic and stuff like that. But I have moved on. I've achieved some professional qualifications. First of all, I appreciate when someone, whatever you do to better yourself, I think that's admirable at whatever level, even if you want to learn how to plaster walls or how to fix wallpaper, how to lay laminates or how to fix a roof. And, that skill can earn you more money, I think it's fascinating. It's fantastic. But she then said, over time, basically, according to the email, she said at the moment she earns um, well over £100,000 a year because of the professional field where she is in, right? And said her husband, on the other hand, earns just short of £50,000 a year, right? But then she said he not too long ago started this little business, side business where he sells things on eBay and Amazon. You see how smart, let me just say that, some of these women can be. So she said that business at the moment gives him extra £500 or £600 a month. But the brother works for whatever organization, he earns less than 50,000, pounds. So basically, it's a similar thing to the other story where, so she wants him to dump that industry completely and just switch career lanes and come to what she's doing. And he said, no, this is what I know. This is where I am. Now, let's be clear though. Let's be clear. According to the email, the brother pays his fair share of the household bills and stuff like that. The kids are well fed, they're well clothed and stuff. But she then attached sort of like a loudspeaker to her personal achievements, and she's banging on about the fact that, because I'm on 100K plus, and then she's saying that, the industry that she works in within maybe the financial services, she sees loads of men, white, black, whatever, who, inspire her. And when she sees them, it breaks her heart. I cannot make this up, right? That her husband is not at that level. What? Basically, in her industry, she said she sees other dudes in the workplace who are like even above her, earning more than she's doing at the moment, and she wants same for him. So she takes that pressure home, wants to push this brother into the fast lane and stuff like that. He earns, like I said, just under £50,000 a year. She earns, let's say, double of what he earns, right? So then she's weaponized that against his brother and said that basically has diminished her respect for him. She sees him as less of a man. And even she further kind of went into, that's sort of diminishing the level of attraction in terms of love making and all that. She feels withdrawn. She said, but she doesn't want the marriage to collapse because they've got two children. I'm going somewhere. She doesn't want the marriage to collapse because they've got two children. Take note of that bit. So basically, if they haven't got children, she would have bounced, right? Okay. So she doesn't want the marriage to collapse because they've got two young children. She's tried to. She did the same thing, but this one was even worse. Same thing, I mean, is similar to what I said in last live stream. This person she said she had spoken to her mom to try to talk to her husband because they seemed to get along. But when he found out, he gave her hell, right? Never to put his business before her mom. So things are a bit frictional at the moment, okay? So that's the story pretty much. So this lady said, Phrankleen, I'm struggling to disseminate the required level of respect to my man because I'm on £100,000 plus a year with inclusive of benefits, and he earns less than 50,000. So therefore, and he's not moving as quick as I want him to. But she claims, she hides behind this to say, the more he earns, they can build more empire together and stuff. Right. You get the gist. That's the story. So here is my take on things, right? First of all, red flag, red flag, red flag. Materialistic females. I would like to say before I carry on, okay? I am thoroughly aware, and I'm going to put this out there. This is not mudslinging at a particular gender, right? I'm telling this story based on how it was sent to me, okay? So, but this type of behavior is not particularly gender specific, because you can equally find a man who's earning at that top level and then starts to belittle his woman, right? So, but for the purposes of this particular video, these woman says her man is less of a... Look, I'm just going to say it like it is, yeah? These kind of women, or this type of women, they're basically the type that hide behind the whole framework of a marriage, okay? They're gold diggers, in my own opinion. The fact that you would undermine your partner just because you're earning, and let's be clear, £100,000 or whatever a year, that's not even, the tax man takes a chunk of that. Let's bear that in mind, okay? The tax man takes a chunk of that. But to me, this is a carefully orchestrated, this is like, how do I say this? Mindset of a gold digger, or a gold digger that happened to be existing within the confines of a marriage that you really don't deserve to be in, right? So you attach a loudspeaker to your so-called paycheck, and you use that to undermine your partner, that he's not good enough, and you can't give him the required level of respect as a man, and because you see your male colleagues, something came to my mind, and I stand to be corrected. When I read that paragraph, the bit that she said, oh, I see guys, actually she said, I see powerful men in my organization where I work, like men who are far up in ranks, who are getting bigger paychecks. When a woman says, I see powerful men, and you use the profile of people, those are work husbands. Thank you. There is definitely one or two guys at work that are blowing your back, smashing your back to smithereens. If somebody can say that or put that in writing, there is somebody piping that woman down, and you then use your partner as an excuse. First of all, what's wrong with somebody earning 50 grand a year, or less than 50, just slightly less than 50 grand, and then you try to say that makes the person less of a man? How does that make him less of a man? So, and the reason I'm a bit ticked off by this is there is a plethora of women out there with that type of disgusting mindset that take it upon themselves to point discrediting fingers at men and say you're not man enough because you're earning capital. I'm not asking you to go and marry a bin man, but if a man is a bin man for now, and that's your man, right? You knew him, you started with him. So along the lines, that's good. You moved up the career, path or whatever, and then you start to use that to say the man is not good enough. Nah, man. And then, she said, I do not want the marriage to collapse because we've got two young children. No, that's a lie. The reason why you are afraid, or you don't want the marriage to collapse, is because you're scared to become a single mom. No disrespect to anybody that's watching this who is a single mom, but because because when you haven't really got the balls to jump out of the marriage, that's what it means. Because I read this over and over again. You've got two kids, you jump out of that marriage, you're going to be left with those two kids, and that changes the dynamics of your so-called professional life completely, because then you have to wear the badge of a single mom. No, very hard to find a man that's going to pick you up. 9 out of 10 times they want to pipe you down, and then boom, you've lost everything, right? But at the same time, you want to eat your cake and still have it. Those children can still love their dad from a distance. So To me, I think this is a case of unfortunately, we live in times where people try to use, the age of social media. People hide behind all this. I can assure you that there are certain females that will watch this and say, oh yeah, the baby girl has moved up in ranks. No, you are sick in the mind. That's your husband. People are very quick to play checkers with their what's it called, man? Play checkers with their marriage, with their partners. No, you're sick in the mind, man. This is why I say to people, why don't you just, or maybe if you want powerful men, according to your own definition, all of these is just materialism. There is no substance. Why don't you just get out? This is what I normally say to people. Get out of the so-called relationship and go find you a powerful man. Of course. There's this huge misconception about power, about money. Yep, money's up there with oxygen and all that stuff. But I personally, I can't get my head around undermining. Yeah, of course. Thank you. Hypergamy. Of course, it's a hypergamy. Come on, man. I know it's hypergamy, right? And I'm sorry, but a lot of these females are sick in the mind, man. They are sick. In fact, if anyone needs to run, it's the man. The brother earns about 50K a year. He pays his reasonable share of the household bills, takes care of his kids, spend time and stuff. But he is not good enough. Is still not good enough for you. So then you look at the partner and then you say you are emotionally disconnected from him. So basically, you will gain your libido if the man shows up tomorrow and he says, "Oh baby, I have £200,000, in my bank account." If you know a man is not up to that standard, then don't entertain him. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? I think we shouldn't, confuse things in here. These things happen in marriage. For example, if I digress, the what do you call it, man? The live stream that I had a couple of days ago, right? You get this woman saying, yeah, if a woman has brought a man abroad, oh, yada yada yada, the man should be grateful. Girl, I really don't want to curse on my live stream because my video is going to get flagged. These people, I wish I can see them face to face. They send me these emails. They're cowards. Somebody should be grateful because you brought them overseas. So that just tells me that the foundation of that relationship is absolutely warped from the get-go. It doesn't matter if you have 10 children or 5 children. The mindset is absolutely destroyed. It's toxic. That's all I'm just trying to bang on about here. It's just wrong. So if you don't, you're saying a man. Anyway, it's my reasonable submission as a dude myself, and I'm trying not to sound biased here. There's so many things running through my mind, but if all these so-called powerful men, man, I tell you how the corporate world works, man. The workplace husband. This is some of the dumbest women, right? They will blow your back in. Most of those guys probably have their own women, or they can't even keep a relationship. They will blow your back in. They will smash you, bang you in the toilet, smash you in the restaurants. Weekends away, you lie to your partner at home that there is a work-related trip. Come on, man. We all know this too well. They'll smash you and dump you and all that stuff. You're still going to go back home to that man. This is why I'm saying there is a fundamental problem that this platform has allowed me to identify. There's a difference between being genuinely, driven and wanting the best for your partner. Let's not confuse those two things, right? So you sit down with your partner, man. What are your goals? What are your projections for the next couple of years? What is it that we want to do together? Are we trying to buy a home? What are you trying to do? Blah, 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 blah. That's different. Now, if a partner is genuinely useless, whether male or female, and you can see that they have no vision, they're not going anywhere, they're not driven, that's different. But this whole keeping up with the Joneses. So I don't know, because you've shut up to earning X amount of money, and then you become a gold digger. Then you turn around and you discredit the father of your children, the man that you married to. Maybe before you married the man, if you had said to him that, hey, dude, I love you, but if at any point in the relationship I start to earn more than you, we're gonna have to call it quits. You would have waited for that man's reaction. He probably would have gone. It would have gone. You guys would have gone your separate ways. You wouldn't have brought those children into existence within the confines of that relationship. Do you see what I'm saying? You know.